dang it! I meant to do the booty slap. No! My controller! Hey, Uji, been back to the pool yet? I wanna see you butt booty naked. Hey, yo! Let's hop back in it. Come on, come on. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope no, I'm not interrupting any pals. Not the good time, bro. Oh, yes, I am. I'll come back later. Yeah, not the right time, brother. Where did Detective come shoot? What is it? You got a nerve, pal. Making this a runner all around while on duty. And on top of that, you called me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I'll take in line as having you run errands again. Let me tell you this. This is the last time, pal. Here. She asked me to give you this if you were to make today's trial. Evidence law. Everyone was talking about this the other day. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be known without approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. You could at least study some evidence law. Really? The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book. I guess I'll need to give this book a little thorough read. Doesn't let that book do you any good though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why am I still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me. Mr. Edgeworth, there's a real trial today. It hasn't begun yet. What? What else is left to do? Your credibility has been but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she was unwitting cause of a man's death. And now, you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt way too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Let's hurry up before my phone at least either dies or runs out of storage. And if it does, then I might have to end the I might have to do it another day. Probably like on Friday or some shit. So let's get going. If it's a different day, if it looks like a different day, then it probably is. Let's do this. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to oppose harsh penalties for your actions. Damn. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecutor calls for a fourth witness. But, this isn't as easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Miss Edgeworth, may have struck a bargain. I think I may have been manipulating one of the witnesses. I didn't say that. You just see, everyone's been talking and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. What? Well, there's no precedent of what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It could prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses yet. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Let's do this. Come on, let's get into this case, my boy. Let's get in this case. Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance, right? If you called the wrong witness, this trial is good as over. The defense calls. Let's do this shit, baby. Take that! Damon Grant. The defense calls Damon Grant to the stand. Damon Grant? What does it do with anything? As a defense partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck will have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be at least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. Alright, bailiff, Please escort Mrs. Grant in the stand. Got my easy screeners on. Not easy screener, I don't have none. My other easy screeners fucking broke, so I gotta order some more. Yay. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh wait, I forgot. I already know what your bitch ass is. Bitch ass nigga. That's your pronouns, right? Edgeworth going crazy as usual. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? It was just on my way to lunch. Your name, occupation, sir. Worthy. Are you sure you want to do this? Your name, occupation. So, you want to play hardball, hey? Please, Mr. Gantz. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto, that's with the grim face. First, let's clear up this SO9 incident. Oh, you mean that last time when Lana says to murder that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? After all, you played all this. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that the police chief has any kind of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Sure, take my testimony for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. That is such a power imbalance. That is such a power imbalance. That's actually real? The fuck? Of course, such an action carries with a certain risk. Don't worry, I'm not the end of your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Alright, bet then. You really dishing out threats right now. I can pull my Glockiana around like yours. We can have a whole battle. Boom! Type shit. No Red Dead Redemption. Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony. Aceattorney powers activate. As I recall, Nia and I was questioning her that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up and then that power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, had nothing to do with the forgery. Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma said Neil flying, it seemed that Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear cut. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I better hit him hard way and fast. No diddy. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning that day. Hold it right there. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I was a workaholic. After winning this award, Neil was all fired up too. That probably spooked the Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant Lana Sky was also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. To make a long story short, we slipped up that power outage didn't help either. Also, my sound like my voice is going deep, like my voice going out a little bit when I do his voices because like my allergies messed up my throat and shit. My fault. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That right. But Dark made an elevator first. So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs, I guess you could say. He got lucky. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that elevator stopped us all of a sudden, and I got a shock out of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil, but when a knife went into his heart, though. Why the fuck make that joke? What the who makes a joke like that? That's not fun. Yeah, that's not even funny. What the fuck are you talking about? When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Hold it right there. Could you tell us what you saw? It was shock inside. Damn, like a kebab. Neil and Neil and that serial killer were lying on the heap of floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. How the fuck the knife get in his back though? Huh? Next to them were those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling him in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what sister had done. Actually, if we want to confirm that, Emma, but what is this? What is this cloth then? Something ain't right. Apparently, she already arranged the crime scene. How do you know that? Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved. So that means you found the body near Lana's desk. That's right. And I think you said earlier, it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yes. Anyway, something ain't right. As you can see, I had nothing to do with this forgery. Hold it right there. So you're saying that the forgery already taken place by the time you arrived at your office? That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving the body and hiding the evidence is inexcusable, no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness and won't do any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you'd better stare at the court record. Worthy. Always a smooth talker. I like that small, sexy voice. I like it a lot. Don't glaze now, nigga. You're not getting in Edgeworth's pants. I'll do that first. You get out of here and suck mine. Come on now, gang. But which piece of evidence this ties Gant with forgery? Lana did commit forgery evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I gotta link Grant to the incident. Alright, so I have a hunch. So, remember when we found the stuff in the safe? Well, that jar was on the floor when it got knocked over, right? Yes, Lana did wipe it so it would show Emma's name on it, but he hid that shit somewhere, and he must have hid it in the safe. So, with that conclusion, we can conclude that he did forge evidence. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery, but I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's the blue battery you showed us earlier. Nigga, it's a jar. It's just a jar. Bro, why did Judge get so stupidly dumb near the end of the game? Like, how you get this stupid? A piece of the jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant? These articles of evidence you uncovered in your office are both constant proof that you also played a part in a legal investigation. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admitted to it then, that you were involved in the forgery? Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found the evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can also do so. Isn't that right? Righto. However, Detective Cumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Assert, Dick will receive his due punishment. Nah. What? If Detective Cumshoe's salary drops any further, you'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding the pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. Mama, kids these days no longer how to put two together. Alright, come on now. Tee up, let's do this. Let's see, what is it now? A jar fragment in the list? For all I know, you could have just planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found Darks was convicted, then they were worthless. There's no reason I participated in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene would help me out in any way. But it would help you out if you were the only chief police there. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I'm chief police, right? There will be consequences. Oh, indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief. That will mind waiting until tomorrow for that. Today is, well, you know. Alright, Uji. In return, now. I know. That place, right? Huh? Are these guys telepathic? Did this nigga went to the guy? Are these niggas going to a brothel every other Saturday night? What the fuck is this? All right, let's do this, bro. Cross-examination. Let's get this. For all I know, you could have planned it in my office. Hold it right there. I appreciate it if you stop making those ridiculous accusations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. So you call me pussy now, huh? Bet, I'ma show you pussy. Watch this. I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and tipped. Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Why you keep me saying that shit in court? Anyway, you can't prove that you didn't carry the evidence, can you? If you had proof in the contrary, you're going to need it later. Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when Rhino's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove investigation was illegal. I never faced anyone slimy as this guy. Except for maybe, I don't know, this nigga. But we ain't gonna talk about Optimus Prime head ass, Megatron head ass. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. Hold on, wait. Hold it right there. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those standards in my safe. Such an act would necessarily constitute forgery. If concealing evidence is found at a crime scene is a forgery, I'm not through speaking yet, right on. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted and they're worthless. Hold it right there. Are you saying that this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list, which you hid inside your desk. Oh, we know it could have had suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced. Oh my god, bro. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right. The chief is talking about a possibility, so as long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know. Come on now, Righto. Think about it. There's no reason I anticipated a forgery. Hold it right there. How can you look at me in the eye and say that? Because I'm innocent. Remember, who was it in the murder needle? I'm sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Scott. Well, now do you see? Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me anyway. Really, Chief Kent? At this very least, there is a large benefit you reap from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is his benefit? That will, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh, that nigga went there. The resolution of SO9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is efficient motive. Oh, that's good. Huh? Do you really think that I'm incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in the line to become the next chief. The resolution SO9 made me sped up the inevitable of that. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway. Gah! Be careful when pointing out that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointing at. So that means there's only one possible motivation to commit this forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. It's out in the open now. Uji, you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Hold it right there. Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lada's little sister, wasn't it? If you think I feel sorry for her, you better think again. Damn, you're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. Well then, you had some fucked up parents and a fucked up childhood. You seem to be lax enough on yourself though. Ho 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 ho! Alright, that's good one word then. Could there be something in it for him? Given his selfishness would have helped someone out. What could have helped? Who could have helped out? So hold on. True, you may not have helped out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to betray the chief. As a nice man who likes to lean people in. That is not what I mean. Literally, that has no connotation at all. That's just so fucking stupid. Who was this person you believe in Chief Grant may have helped forge evidence? We already know. It's easy. It's been here ever since the series, this DLC started. It's been her. She's been on tip all this time. We knew that I've already talked about this in the first episode. When we first met this nigga. Maybe he blackmailed her just like how, that one time, like other cases we had before. Like, come on now. Take that! Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye, the defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in the light of circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? As for the Chief Gant, he will only have the reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SO9 incident was solved, Lana Skye was appointed Chief Prosecutor in the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would you profit from all of this? He would be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority all over his investigations. Exactly, I've been saying this since it was kind of pretty obvious. Do you mean to tell me that despite the Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Wow. I made a wonderful discovery while just sitting here. The team is stupid as shit. Oh wait, you must mean puppetizing someone forced through this building. Never mind. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive is to appoint her to a Chief Prosecutor so you can control her. Right on, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? What, that I control Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I done such thing? Lana, just keep it quiet to protect him. There's no way she testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof it amounts to nothing more than a conjecture. Unless there's also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course, I'm talking about the murder detective Gus Goodman. Oh shoot, we're about to connect. The Chief Prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. It's almost as if someone has been controlling her. Where is it? You better watch your tongue. I won't be too much time I want you to hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take up the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. Huh? This is the affront to the highest ranking officer in law enforcement agency. To accuse the Chief of Police of blackmail and murder? That's impossible. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in the easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. Oh, looks like he's on the one who decided to go through with this. Let's get it! No way to return. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the Chief and higher ranking officer of the law is involved in his murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank and his title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. Alright then, let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it'd be better be good. Show us the evidence that the Chief Gant is a murder detective Goodman. This, right? It says that A half-print document dated 2/1 can only be submitted by the chief of police. Eureka! This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on that list we couldn't determine in the owner yesterday. 7 too many numbers, my nigga, I'm not reading. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. Because it was in your safe. Huh. Look surprised, my nigga. Why you smiling like this? Like ISO speed look like this. He's cooked. Come on, gang. You really need to prove? We need to prove everything else? Wait, what? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gann's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7 too many sevens, my nigga. I'm not reading. Same thing as remaining an ID card number on that list. Chief Gantz, you entered the evidence room the day of the crime. Oh, he getting horny. He getting tight. I love it. Look like everybody we already crashed out on us through every case. We getting close. Order. Chief Gantz, what do you have to say? Nothing. That fence search on my office was a violation of regulations. And I would have made Mr. Wright to be punished in the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you. From the use of that ID card. Come on, Gantz. Release the leak. Release the leak. Chief Gantz, so you admit this? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's an evidence room or a bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere where I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do every evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I ain't seen him in days. Object that right there. You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gantz? I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to meet with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial purpose is to determine Lion Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial is the purpose to determine the truth. It's Chief Grant met the victim on that day of the crime. Then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. So much that the victim made Grant on the day of the crime. This is the only thing I have up against this. This is the only piece of evidence. I've been calling this. I'm like, if this can only be submitted by the chief of police, then why is his Bruce Goodman name? Look, he even crossed it out. He almost added a 7. I told y'all. Only piece of evidence I can ever resume. Detective Goodman lost his ID card the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled a lost report, item reports. He would only have to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in the possession of the report. Which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, why you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Grant. Then you will campaign. What the? I can't read. Oh my lord, I have. Whoa, I need to read some more books. That is my challenge this year. I need to read more books. You accompanied the detective in the evidence room. Accompanied him? There's no other way the murder could have Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on. Let me guess what you're gonna say next. The chief of police murdered poor Goodman. Exactly. But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany you to the evidence room. He'll just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now, you mentioned it. I believe I might have done something of the sort. Objection! Objector right there. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found in his body. Thank you. Low power mode on my phone. Holy shit, it's finna die. No! went harder than animation. Hold on. Chief Kid, you did it. The murder was most likely a spur of the moment crime for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana to the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. Objection! You're forgetting, Mr. Wright. The victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office in parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? It was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need. To prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office? And all this time I thought it was useless clue just taking up space. The parking ticket! Mr. Wright, show us evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used... This is the only thing I can think of right now because it shows that... So remember the prosecutor's office. So Gant went to the police station. He told Lana to put that shit in the trunk. He didn't tell her, oh, this is how you move Detective Goodman's body. A parking stop? Miles Edgeworth. You mean the body was found in the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car? I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. So that means Edward was riding his damn whip, and all of a sudden there was a body in his damn car. You mean I carried the victim's body? Precisely so. But wait, even you know, I didn't plan on returning to my office after the ceremony finished that day. But you did return. Tell me why. I was asked to go by Chief Gant. The pieces are connecting. The pieces are connecting. Nipple chills. He told me he wanted to keep this in here, prosecutor's office. In any case, the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. So you see, what you really were talking to that prosecutor's office wasn't a screwdriver, but the victim's body in your trunk. Come on now! Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. What else would you have to Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky. Come on, man. Phoenix, please. Order. What is going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal in the defense outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Ms. Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photograph of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. I believe. Your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Wright, but I'm having lunch with the district attorney general after this. We have to get going. We're gonna make it time for the early bird special. Dicks on the side. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? The police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Objection! So you're going to just run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, you think I had learned to dispose of the body? If so, let's show you proof. Get it over with. I'll say this again, Mr. Wright. Damn again, this current chief police. This court will not tolerate any explanation without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I can't let him just squirm my way out of this. Let me look at this before I know anything. So these are our possible, really likely possible clues. This picture right here shows Lana putting the body in the trunk because look at the coat around her. The blood stains, everything. That's the only evidence surrounding all of this to suggest that he told her to boo. That's actual concrete evidence. I gotta keep up with the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor, I do have such evidence. Come on, baby. Then please hurry up and present it. Just remember, a boutique grand murder to the grand beyond a shadow of a doubt. Let's do this.
Take that!
So, what exactly is this evidence? It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge. But I am the judge. Alright. Well, what do you think, Your Honor? What I think, Mr. Wright, is I'm going to be too late for lunch.
There's no way out of this one.
BRB, be right back again. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I looked at everything, bro. There's no proof. We have none. There's no use showing evidence. I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. Huh. See, Edgy? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble you can't afford to lose, righto? It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again. Okay, Uzi, I'll leave the rest to you. This nigga waits! I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to senior officer in your nation's law enforcement agency. What? Lady Luck? Maybe I should have just had a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth? What do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor to hear her testimony. A lady who knows the truth. Another witness? In the absence of conclusive evidence, the other method of proof is a testimony. But she can't refuse his right to refuse to testify. Let's do someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions. Star? Raised in this trial, someone right in this every room. Miss Edgeworth, who is this person? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling the witness today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? It gotta be. Like, there's no other person. Like, Angel Star don't know half the shit that's happening. And they said a woman. The defendant. Miss Lana Sky. She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Dang, I keep popping my ears. It's never gonna work. Her task is to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance to certain someone's orders. Miss Edgeworth. The prosecutor has no objection, Your Honor. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. 15 minutes we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in Hold on! Huh? She dead? I thought you were going to eat! Listen good, Lana. He's talking to Lana? I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty from Emil Marshall's murder. That was the whole plan this nigga was planning! Of course you never supported such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. I got a lunch date to meet. Okay, if there are any further objections? Yeah, my storage is full. Wow, okay, great. Yeah, this the first time in the series, like in a while, that my storage ran out. So, I mean, it's expected. It's fucking long as shit. So, this court is now recessed. All right, now y'all can't see me no more. I'm gonna have to just turn off this. February 25th, 204 District Court, defendant lobby number 2. I just took off the suit coat because I was just hot as shit. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief. He's something else, huh, pals? Detective Cumshoe! I'm not sure detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I've already decided to clear where to work now. At your office. Wait, my office? Sure. I was at the place of that top knotted girl you used to work with. Maya. I miss her. I wonder how she doing, bro. We'll have to see in the sequel. And wait. I'm gonna have y'all niggas wait for the sequel. Trust me. Don't worry. Could he mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Grant's done it again. How'd you always get this upper hand? In my booty hole too. It's not fair. He has a right to refuse to testify. And bro, he had to specify that nigga up his booty hole too. Like, come on, gang. Then nigga part his booty hole with no consent. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said. But Chief, that has not the right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Risk? What do he mean by that? It's simple. If the Chief refuses to testify, the opposite holds true. Also, newer viewers, if you came from my second channel, yes, this is a constant problem I have to deal with my camera. So for the time being, my camera's gonna be out of commission. But next video, don't worry, I'll make some room for the storage so it won't take too long. You mean if he forces Wright to say anything too? Oh, let's go! Emma, are you okay? Yeah. When I came to, I was in a medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she even heard everything that's been going on? Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. It almost feels like somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister's been blackmailed by the terrible man. She did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it's easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have to shut herself deep inside. To force herself to do anything to do with the chief fuck, I can't read it. Damn it! That must be why she became so cold. Okay. It was all my fault. It was all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't blame yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. She can't maybe be able to fool everyone else with his forgery. But I can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better go looking back this time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait in? No, I'm going with you. I want to be there. When Lana tells the truth, let's go, Wright. It's time to end this shit. Once and for all, my nigga. Let's get this shit. Come on, Edgeworth! Let's go! Wow, this is a long video. This is a very, very long video. Wow. Fuck it. Let's keep going. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Donna Sky, please take the stand? Miss Donna Sky, are you with the chief prosecutor? I'm sure you are aware it's required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, I already know everything. You know, all I've done is these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. Then you want to hear the truth. Of course. But the truth? Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Come on, Lana, just say it, bro. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to Gant. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dog convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana! If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Why don't she speak stiffly like that? She's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second guessing myself. Alright, bro, it's like a 50-50 if she's telling the truth. If she's not telling the truth, she's telling the truth, we really don't fucking know. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alright, let's do this, y'all. Let's get ready, let's get popping, let's get it! Let's action. I worked alongside Gantz for years. Hold it right there. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, that'll be 5 years. Damn, you 30? Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good coming from the same school as me. Damon Grant was a respectable detective, that's why. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. Hold it right there. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday, in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as an idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with that knife, and I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Hold that shit right there, what? Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Doc was a serial killer. My sister was all became his last victim that day. I didn't want the incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him, Lana. That's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. You say that you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems that I was the first person to discover this scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. It's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasy is all you want, Mr. Wright. I'll never change my statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? I said Drake again. Damn it. Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in a struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover it up with lies, with more lies. All just to protect me. So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke up the tip of Dark's blade and planted inside the wound, then moved the body. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the plaintiff's wound? And then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that? If you of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask the sake of others. But why would you do that? Come on now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure that out. Well, let's add this to the witness testimony. The reason Miss Scott fabricated the knife. I knew the tip of the weapon would be buried in his body would be all proof we needed.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall broke a knife with a murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by laying the tip of the knife found inside the victim's body. So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound? Yes. Because I hated Dark for what he did. She spit bars. Like, Judge, shut the fuck. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Hold it right there. So, you rearranged the crime scene? Are you just sure you didn't keep this to Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Point blank factual. Bitch, you're not a city girl. Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence? She's lying. She did, so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying! Looks like she's determined to protect you at the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Some of this shit seems too far-fetched. Hold on, let me press this again real quick. I'm gonna choose the other option because I think we missed something. The other option real quick. All right, it was skip. Boom. Why'd you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Grant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's just have the witness explain in more detail. The witness Miss Sky moved the body. The piece of jar that shattered during the event threatened my plan.
Hold it!
What? Piece of the jar? You mean... Yes, the wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, it felt like it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body in the jar, it was already... Of course, it had been shattered in pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would have been clear right away what happened. Alright, bro. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during the struggle. I see. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that. There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I commit this fabrication completely alone. Alright, all this stuff seems a little bit jumbled here. So she said the shattered pieces of the jar that was shattered during the events threatened my plan. But how was it shattered when dead ass the jar was saying Emma did it? Contradiction. Again, Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean that forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? Damn, I keep burping. Holy shit. If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring everyone's attention. A significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testify, and I quote, the pieces of jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's simply an oversight, really. You see, a message was written on the jar with the victim's name on blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it on the final moments. Exactly, so, and this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not have yet been broken before he died. Exactly. Exactly. He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar, which means Emma could have possibly not have been the one who did it. Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical. Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are. It's about the truth towards which we were headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive to the truth. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Alright, no turning back. Let's get this shit, bro. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was so dark in the room, I didn't have time to check it out. Again, same as Emma, it was too dark in the room. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could have think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the meshes in blood? I mean, that was pretty obvious from the get-go. I wasn't Chief Prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Doc was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Quote unquote. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Bet. Say less. Let's hop skibbity dip this Scooby-Doo bullshit real quick. Let's do this. Immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. Hold it. So the jar was already broken? It was a miracle that thing had broken earlier. It certainly looks like a feeble as is the defense case, but not as feeble as the judge's judgment. Exactly. You were an ex-detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written in the jar of pieces? Normally I would have, but it was dark in the room, so I didn't have time to check it out. Hold it right there. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have just gathered all the pieces and ground them in dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you do that for me? It's like you two might make up. Yeah. Anyway, I barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you lose a chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I know I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking, but I still don't believe it. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Hold it! I'm afraid this is actually your reveals that it really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in the situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. Then the fragments were large, so I sure got them all. So how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket and light camera with me. Also, I think as well too, fun fact, some people can actually memorize stuff in the dark, so they can probably memorize the shape of the room and what objects are there. My mom can do that shit too. I don't know how she can, but she can. Even I carry a bottle of emergency Limonol whenever I go. That is weird as fuck, but okay, I guess so. I guess, but does that pertain to the case? I don't fucking know. I never miss anything. I get every last piece. All I could think about it was wiping them clean before they were discovered. Hold it right there. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene? Yes. I don't have an excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I treated you so badly all this time. This is not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten all the bottom of this incident. Yeah, bro, like, we're this close, bro. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain in the history of the prosecutor's office. Yeah. More contradictions have resurfaced in the testimony. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I have finally figured it out, the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. It's the only thing I can conclude with this. I was going to do the floor plans when we originally found the jar, but yeah, this was the right answer. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you weren't aware of. What? We found the final piece of the jar in the Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really did know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it, but the witness just testified that she gathered every piece and wiped blood off all of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night of Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one who showed up to the scene. Alright, y'all. I know y'all can't see my face right now, but I'm in detective mode. I am in big old booty juicy mode. This is my prediction. Gant went to the office, right? He already went to the office. That nigga purposely walked in that bitch, seen it, immediately tried to piece it all together. But at the last second, when somebody was going to catch him, he took the last piece, put that bitch in the safe, locked it in there, and did everything with it. But he didn't just do that. He also got blood and got Neil's blood somehow, which could easily be found on that the prosecutor's trophy knife. He could have gotten off that, taken off the blood, wrote Emma's name on it just to frame her that she probably did it, and then left it there, and then that's when Emma found it. Again, bro, like, it's proven more and more that the chief is still corrupt. Chief Gant got there before you. Well, couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? Object that. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may as well be. But everyone makes mistakes. Even I was wasting an entire day. Looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Ha! Can't believe that. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like actually, just be quiet. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that, on guard? There's no way the name could have actually been written on that shattered jar. On another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant at the time he was looking for darks downstairs. Besides, even if we were there first, why would he break it? Oh, I didn't finish. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Exactly, bro. Speeches, I know, right? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Nigga! Wait, hey, yo! Judge just dropped the N-word! Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the scene of crime prior to the witness. I can't believe that nigga just said, nigga! Like, damn. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of these broken pieces in his safe. Question, what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. Come on, man. The dynamic duo. The dynamic duo. The dynamic duo. Come on now. The double D. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dawn, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet. Oh damn, she bit her finger? No. I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies, really, my nigga? Let that come from my own client. Exactly, my nigga. Exactly. I got you do some type of person like to twist the truth. I'm so tired of just being so damn stupid. Wait a minute. Wait, what happened? What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? I told y'all Gant wrote Emma's name down. The nigga Marshall probably didn't even write this shit on there. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Scott, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accident killing of prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. Y'all know it! This is everything that the downfall of Diddy was indicating! But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. If Miss Sky, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Alright, Emma, please. Alright, please, bro. Please, Emma, not be the culprit. I already know in my blood, in my booty hole veins, if that's even the case. I think that's what you call hernia. I don't fucking know. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Alright, this is the final one. Then we try to get Gant in here and we gonna deal with that nigga later. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of an armor and sword. Emma and Doc were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw that happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that leaked to the murder. I asked Chief God to help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword? Nigga, we said that fucking earlier, dude. Damn, nigga, you have your fucking dementia? Nigga, we need a new fucking judge now? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. Her hand! Her hand! I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? Wait, huh? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed, but I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you. That doesn't confirm anything, my nigga. She still... This case is like a Nicky Ficky slippery fucking of everything, bro. Like, damn, bro. We went through so many loops and loopholes and shit, bro. Like, damn, also we had to do with the blue badger and shit. I'm so done, bro. Very well. Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember seeing any picture from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? Seems to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Evidence law. Whoa! Whoa! Hey, there's a picture here. It was inside the book. No shot. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh my God. Wow, that's more gruesome than the imagination one. Damn. The piece of cloth that they was talking about. Court record. Emma Sky's footprints. Or handprint. That's his jacket. She must have ripped it off somehow. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective solved the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs with only after I rearranged everything. I fucking stutter, but y'all get the fucking point. Mr. Wright! That piece of cut from his vest, could that be? Yes, the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. The one with Joe's fingerprints on it. What are y'all grippers doing on there, bro? This is the handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints of those must be The real murderer. Oh no, not this. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are this turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Cause we never told her. Fuck. Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. As long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin his cross-examination. Alright, bro. Frama. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body. Ain't no damn way! Oh, I thought you were gone! This is the poorest excuse for a trial I ever seen. Damn, my fucking voice cracking. Chief Grit. What now? What? Now you gonna make me do the bad guy too? If so, I like to put in a word too for my defense. Objection! I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. Yeah. This must be that risk you was talking about earlier. Just sit back and relax. Damn, he said sit back and relax, bitch ass nigga. Calm the fuck down. And enjoy the sound of noose tighten around your neck. Yeah, pressure! So what? You think you gonna worry? What? You were literally just fucking tweaking literally just now. Sorry to disappoint you. But I don't need to make my statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still prevent the evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Oh no, the cloth. Fuck. He knows he had the cloth. Someone. So, what's the excuse? Righto. Oh God. Oh no. Why do we keep keeping quiet about it? You got something to show us, right? Something that proves who not the near Marshall Carson is dead. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is it true, Mr. Wright? I don't even know, bro. If I show that piece of evidence now, I'm sure to be made out as a murderer. Mr. Wright, you may have more evidence to present now. If you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the board of inquiry. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decisions. So I'll present the piece of evidence, the one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall. Show evidence because we're trying to solve Goodman's case, not Neil Marshall. Why are we doing this? Dead ass in the court records? For his murder, right? For his damn murder. Hold on. For his damn murder. It's closed. It's closed. It's damn closed. We don't have to prove anything. So yes, I'll show the evidence. It's not going to risk her for anything. She has no liability, bro.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
Alright, this time's finally come show it to him. Alright then. Those prints gotta be the Chiefs. Oh God, I swear if this game pulls some bullshit like this, I'm done. Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered the prosecutor.
Take that!
It's a piece of leather cloth? Yes, it's most likely cut from the victim's vest near the chest. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left by the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. What? Whose fingerprints are on this? I'm sure Righto has checked. Haven't you? Damn. Oh fuck, I forgot to do his accent. Man, fuck it, I don't care. Well, who are they? They're Miss Guys. Miss Emma's guys. What? They're mine? So I really did do it. See, I told you it was conclusive. Objection! But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? Wait, huh? I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you remember expect me to believe that? Oh God, no. I think I messed up. But give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have been presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. No. Wait, huh? Wait, huh? It appears we have our killer. No! No! Wait, huh? Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on that all counts. What the fuck? Huh? Huh? Wait, huh? Wait, huh? Alright. Any lawyers that watch this video, I don't know if you're a fucking lawyer or not. This doesn't make any fucking sense. I know legal proceedings a little bit. And hopefully, maybe after we do the tier list, maybe I can uncover some stuff like maybe that didn't make any sense. But what I do know is that this case, that case, the SO9 case, is already fucking closed. That wouldn't link. She did that in self-defense though. That wouldn't make any sense. Legally, that's not. We're trying to figure out Goodman's murder. Why the fuck was that connected? Alright, I say it. Good. Cool. Fuck it. So you want us to lie? But that will also risk our careers. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie! Chief Gent? You owe my safe. I know you took it in those inside. Oh, that caught him in the act. Oh! The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why we won't present it. What are you talking about? Chief Gantz. Can't forget out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? But we'll still get caught. Why lie at this point? And plus, she wouldn't get caught since we're trying to find out. Why are we trying to? Oh my, I'm so confused, bro. It looks like a part of it's been cut for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in history of the police department. So we're trapping him. All right, now I see it. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Miss Wright. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. I'll let you do what really happened. What? You mean you admit it? Yeah, I mean, what can he do? I mean, shit, he did it. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. In the end, it occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So, you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like a blame lay with a sister, then that she was on the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky? I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in her victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. Then I tampered with the crime scene. I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those 2 items in your safe? But why? For instance, of course. Insurance? Wait, he said insurance? I thought he said for instance. What insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it was best that you be prepared for the worst. It wasn't about letting anyone blame me for the murder the girl committed. You mean you were calculating the far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb look. See the jaw fragment? I hid the legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood in all the pieces.
Objection!
Hold on, object. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the mesh on the jar too? Thank you for saying I would wanting to say this whole trial. Ho. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why they kept more items for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Rado, cop it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth to cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to be that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Alright, bet then. But being a person too, wait, how, what? Well, Mr. Wright, what would you to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it before it's too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. Man, as long as you don't mess this up, the victory is mine. Save this, cause I don't know what type of bullshit is gonna do. You know what? Now, you know what? If we lying now, shit. No, it's too late to show evidence now. Besides, even if I did, it would just expose that poor girl's fingerprints. Right. Think hard over the circumstances. Circumstances? I'm talking about then and now. There's a major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for that difference? Oh, Edward figured out my plan. Damn it. Okay. Alright, bet this we lost one health. Mr. Wright, this is your only chance. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see the conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered the prosecutor marshal. Tally ho, scallywag.
Take that!
Whew. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you partially cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes, at least you finally brought to you into. Fuck, I can't even speak again. Okay, wow, I really am dyslexic. Oh yes, at least you finally brought it up into open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that to be immediately sent to lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact where it left so clearly. You mean, huh? It could have not been forged. It must have been authentic, conclusive evidence. Ho ho ho! You as slow as an uptake, Aberworthy. What? Think about it. Rado had his time to present this evidence, yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? So wait a minute. After all this, after sacrificing a lot of shit for Lana and Emma, do we lose our career after this? Do we lose everything after this case in this DLC? Cause it seems like it's heading in that direction. You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whoever fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. Damn. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person whom these fingerprints belong to is...
Take that!
Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? Oh! It really sound right, oh. You knew this girl did it all alone. And you still try to pin me murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall onto his death. Hold it! How could you? You monster! Miss Sky, you knew this fingerprint stones were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't? So, what you want me to do, huh? Lie and have my whole reputation as a lawyer to just, I don't know, not exist? You want me to get fired? You want me to lose everything I have? Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said the trial isn't over yet. Huh, but I'm afraid it's over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely consider this concise, conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to press the charges after the defendant is convicted. I have your badge, boy. No words. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? Haha, bitch head nigga. Look at my wiggle in my hair and shit. How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer. Come on, Wright. You would go. Before I do that, though, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Wait, hold on. What is it? Hold on. I'm gonna get my voice actor back. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves that the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? Nuh-uh. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. Wait, huh? What? A contradiction? What's this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves you the real killer is. Come on, Phoenix, we waiting on you, bro. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could possibly contradict the chief gang? Your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts the cloth. I am fucking lost. Hold on. Wait a damn minute. Let me look at this shit real quick. I'm so fucking done. This nigga's so demented. Look at his cloth right here. You know what's so funny about this cloth? If you look at it, why the fuck is the cloth so damn square, right? And I know this is something. If that cloth is from here, then why is it circular? This cloth doesn't add up at all. So wait a minute. This was okay. Brain blast. Damn it, I ruined my moment. That right there, what Chief Grant could have done was when Maya, not Maya, damn it, when Emma was on the ground, she was laying there unconscious, right? She wasn't up. What if Chief went to get the false piece of cloth, put her handprint on there, and the real handprint he still has, which also has the DNA on it? And what exactly this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Guy took. Take a look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes. His shirt is showing underneath. Okay, we didn't know that. It's hard to make it out with all the blood on his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked in blood. That's the only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait. There's no blood on it. That too. I was just finna say that. There's no blood on it, only there is a handprint. Which means that nigga fucking Grant grabbed the piece of cloth, probably from his damn jacket he's wearing, took it, forcefully put her hand on there with no consent, by the way. She's 17, by the way, my nigga. You're going to jail too. He put that, like I said, he put that shit, he planted the evidence. I planted the evidence like Drake. Come on now. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on the cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutors aside. However, Miss Marshall is not impaled by the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. No, now then, let me tell you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he shoved this inside. Pause. He must like he hit his head on the ground and he was probably knocked out. If so, tell me, who could have it been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Scott, picked up from the consciousness prosecutor, and impaled him on the hammer stand? Oh, shoot! Wow! And to make it look like it was Emma responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on a jar with the victim's blood. A jar that will only learn the broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. Let's go, Edgeworth! The double duo! The dynamic duo! The double D! These nuts on me! Come on! And make Lana believe her sister did it. Oh, remember what you admitted only moments ago. That you purposely cut out the bloodless piece of the vest, correct? Ironic, isn't it? Though, the very act of creating insurance, you proved that there was actual murder. No! Damn! It's finally over. Object. Wait, huh? Oh, that nigga. We got you sweating. Backside. T. Let's go. You call me daddy in this courtroom now, Gant. What now? Oh, you crying all the way to the retirement home. Oh. That was so close, Roddy. You almost had me. What? Sorry, but you have to do better than that. That I'll refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, the piece of cloth is illegal evidence. How is illegal evidence? How is illegal evidence? Order. What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used in the conviction of suspect. Rule number 1. No evidence should without approval of the police department. 2. Registered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Rule number 1, right? Bet then, say less then. Remember, Uji. Earlier, old Righto over here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's the excuse now, Righto? What do you have? Some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Well, that's the truth. The defense did refuse to present the evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. Oh my God. But that's not fair! Hoo! Do you guys think you gotta be the best of me in court? Like the last laugh on you, son. You think you're funny, Gans? I'm not. I got my Glockiana. I'll prove that you were the one who murdered. By murdering you in court right now. Yeah, I know. Crash Out City. I'm not letting a nigga take my whole career from me, my nigga. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, true. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Oh, Mr. Wright. Come on. It seems at last. I'm alright. The time of the reveal of my plans finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? Do you purposely and illegally conceal the piece of cloth? Alright, this might be wrong, but I did. No, 5 minutes of that. All my planning will be for nothing. It seems Mr. Wright didn't understand the implication of this conduct. Fuck me. If you're going to change your position, this is your only chance, Wright. He's right. I admit, I refuse to present it in the one point. Aha! So the evidence is legal.
Objection!
Object! No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? Nigga, what are you talking about? You could have and couldn't. You had choices, my nigga. What are you talking about? What are you yapping about? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Uchi. Don't listen to lies. You know you and me. Remember us at my parties. You know, my famous parties. You was on my bed. You was fighting over me with frosted flakes. You was on top of him, fighting over and wrestling over the frosted flakes. Remember that, Uchi? You remember that? He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. Objection. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this the evidence legal or not? Come on now. Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not a violation of law, then do so now. Let's see. Present this?
Take that!
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. Yo. Lana really did come in clutch. She really did come in clutch. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Scott's fingerprints was on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of the evidence law. Oh shoot! Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2, in order to say the evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time that this was impossible for to prove the relevance between the cloth and SO9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want a relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Objection!
Hold on. Sorry, but can you recall what was the picture presented that was shown only a few moments ago? No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it the valuable evidence was you, Damon Grant. You yourself confessed to the certain truth. Come on now. Keep going, come on, dynamic duo. Let me verify this once more. On that day of the crime, you personally cut out the piece of victim's vest. Oh yes, he admitted to it. So you cut this out, but it wasn't his vest. No! It was then that you approved this cloth. As conclusive evidence, yes, you, the chief police, personally approved this cloth, which was your own damn downfall. So what do you talk about that, hippie? Come on. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's desk is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. There's only one person who could it be. Damon Gantz. The killer that was you! Ain't no damn way. There's no way! I wish y'all could see my face right now. Wow, I wish y'all should have got my face right now. Matter of fact, hold on. I got a great idea. I got a fantastic idea. Look, I know my camera POV might be weird right now, but because I don't have my phone is out of storage, I can't release anything right now. But let's continue. I should have known I got rid of him. That good for nothing scum. For 2 years, he been swooping around in the apartment, trying to get something on me. Oh, hold on! Crimes here being committed every day, yet he insisted on harming on me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Ain't the Star. He convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jay Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to meet me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him down the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. Hold on, y'all. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer any evidence out. There's too many questions that are answered. What did he do? He opened his evidence locker and he was talking the evidence out. He said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken back by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought bringing up SO9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. Bro, what? I'm sorry I thought about the GoPro later, but I wish I just saw my reaction and I had to put it back in. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would only let more blood make it near possible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worried so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint. On that, oh yeah, I knew it. That handprint, I know about to say that handprint might have came back up. I used to be just known as a crime computer. But now everybody has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. Had no business doing any of it. Then you put away the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke into your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than this detective ever will. Leaving the prosecutor's car aside. How could you just get Miss Guy involved in all of this? Well, she had much to lose, as if I didn't think the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove? Yeah. It looks like I was better off being investigative crimes than a committer. But your greed got it to you, bro. Now look at you, dumb as f. They did all their best to get in my way. I got in the hand to them. They got to do their job well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you always stand in court? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You with me. We're the same. No, we're not. You're nigga, no, you're not damn near the same. You're old as shit. Dusty, crusty, musty, horny all the time. Trying to have the Diddy party with Judge over there. One day you understand. Won't believe me, you will. You just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Bro, What is going on? Well, looks like it's time for me to say goodbye. Oh, urgent. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gretch. I knew you as used to be a long time ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Damn. Those days are gone now, Urgy. Thanks for a lot of memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright over here. And Worthy. With those two around, you can't go wrong. Told you, my niggas. My name's Jamal Goodman. I do. Oh, sorry. I'm Jamal Goodman. At your damn service. In fact, I can hear him already. The melodicious sound. Melodicious? I couldn't even read that. What the fuck? You just say? There are two things I want to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Grant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Guy? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. It's not over yet? All that I've done these past 2 years? From the time I had Grant help me forge evidence up until the day. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Guy. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what standards you have for a rookie? What does that mean? I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. We're just that nigga, man. We're Phoenix Wright and Jamal Goodman. We do this shit, my nigga. Who knows? A few years from now, we just might make it to the top. Foreshadowing is a literary device. Tight shit! She's smiling! Hey, when you make a girl laugh, you make an ass clap and jiggle. Indeed! I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know as much of an ordeal has been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried that the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and got it, Mr. Wright, to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe a little too much, shawty, but you know, not too much on me. Chill out. No dick suck though, but like, you know what I'm saying? I am Edgeworth type shit. Wire. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is order for all of us. Miss Guy. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact you still acted as accomplice, a trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. As long as since I felt free of these heavy chains. So what's her sentence then? Well, this trial's gone far too long. Yeah, exactly. And this video been gone too long. I bet half y'all niggas ain't watched the whole video. I wouldn't blame y'all niggas. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant Miss Honest Guy not guilty. Come on now, man! Woo! Fuck that pussy. Hey, fuck that pussy, baby. That is all. This court is adjourned. Type shit. Alright. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she hasn't convicted for murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why me and Faye thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much I have over these past days. You've done so well. Okay, yeah, so the same stuff we already said before. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hold on, interrupting anything, pals. Then they Come shoot, always came in the clutch, my nigga. What's good, my nigga? Come shoot, yeah, sorry. How you been doing, my nigga? Hey, yo, bro, listen, bro, I got my job back. Got a couple shorties in my crib. You want to smash real quick type shit? Not me, though, you know what I'm saying? I'll let it go, you know what I'm saying? Want a three-man? Wait, who's the third man? The dog. What dog? The short bus dog? Yes, the short bus dog. He be going crazy on that pussy. I'll let it slide. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. What? Oh, I gotta say, wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making the detective run around all wild duty? Nigga, no, I'm trying to ask questions. And on top of that, you call me here? I seen happy people at funerals. You said the same shit over and over again, bro. Hey, line up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Her sister. Yo, what's good, Lana? How you doing, baby girl? Lana! So, should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Type shit. Zip seal, bro. I owe you an apology. Watch this shit. Watch all my actor shit and shit go crazy. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in this mess. Sis, I asked Scant to help me cover up the truth. I thought it was doing it for the oil's sake, but now I realized it was wrong, and it was for his bitch ass. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only thing I could wait to make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by dissing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of you to be wrecked if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. I'm hiding what I believed in the truth. I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Nice to see your smile. Oh, Emma. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is try to make up for our mistakes. Ah! Why we must make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in all doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it's from here we can move on for a brighter future. At least that's what I feel watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? Thank you both for all that, what you done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right? Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Where the fuck that nigga at? Stop hiding and come over here. This nigga hiding behind the bush over like, hey yo, what's up, my nigga? Like, that nigga goofy as hell, bro. Where was he? Like, this nigga had Shanoko Jutsu, my nigga? I just came to say, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth! Right. Well, I'll be going out. Classic Edgeworth. Edgy as always. Stop. Don't do that shit to me ever again. I am funny. Laugh! Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. Damn. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. Yeah, I know what he said. Yeah, but you're not like him, Edgeworth. You're not like this nigga, bro. Trust. Trust. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I know what the truth for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on with as a prosecutor. Edgeworth is quitting? Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Grant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true. But think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Nigga, I don't know. Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lon is talking about. Evidence, something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find our own. What is it? I don't even know what to pick for it. Let's see. This? That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. Yep, you had one half of evidence and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. Aww, come here, Brody. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Wow, that's insane. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know, it seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. Hold on. I better get going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Oh, the scientific investigation book? Oh, shoot! It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. Alright, see you when you get out of prison. Damn, that's insane. And so, another case came to a close. And as for the sisters, I have faith. Was that I thought it was a pun for the Faith sister, but never mind. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time for me to start on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. What does he mean by that? Well, don't get gold trekking off just yet, pal. What? Okay, wow, we're getting to the climax? Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to stick her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Where'd you go, detective? I didn't know you had it in your wild side. Well, you see, Mr. Wright, here's the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? I am not paying that bull! What, you think I can afford my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? How'd you? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. No, nigga, I did not say anything. No. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you all play the word together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Objection. What is this? I had to look at the screen. Damn. Listen. We just finished the Aceattorney DLC. We going crazy on this beat. You know, super clean. I'm super mean on the scene. I'm looking clean. Shooting bubbles on my ass because I'm looking clean. Holy man, this game was insane. This OST, like, we finally completed Aceattorney Part 1. We still got other parts left to complete of this game series. And I think a new game with Edgeworth just came out on PS5. And we got Apollo Justice. And we got that one that's set before, like a while ago, like back in the past. So we will try to do those in the same timeline. Let's hope we can do everything in a certain timeline so we keep everything in check. But again, y'all, man, this series was crazy. I don't want to say too much on this video because, you know, I want to give my thoughts on the tier list, which I could finally do after I edit all the other ones, because I still haven't edited all the other ones. So by now, y'all probably seen this like weeks later, and and during this editing process, I'm probably already, you know, dealing with, my surgery and all that. So I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna have to do a lot of things to finagle my way in recordings and editing. But man, y'all, this has been Aceattorney. After this video, there will be a tier list that I would do. Don't know when I'm going to record it, but I am going to record it. This has been Aceattorney, man. We have finished an arc on the channel. Another arc we have finished next to Ragnarok, next to Spider-Man, next to a lot of other games we probably played. I forgot we finished already. But y'all, man, this has been Aceattorney. This is like my first type of game that I've ever been interested in this type of style, and I liked it, and it really challenged me to make these videos a little more different, make more special. And it may have seemed a little more smaller edited, but I still think we did good on this, and I still think we did something good, on the channel. I might as well end it off here. Y'all, man, this has been Aceattorney. Make sure y'all drink y'all water or whatever, be healthy, do something this year. Matter of fact, if y'all want to do YouTube, go ahead and do YouTube right now if you want to, because even though, yes, maybe I'm not gonna get the most subscribers or most views off of this, I love to do things because it's a passion. It's a thing I want to do for fun. And you know what, bro, the day when you're going to be known as an OG for watching this entire series with me, that would mean a really lot to me. So you know what, thank you for watching. And for my second channel, thank you for watching and even trying to check out my channel. And I really appreciate that, because it shows that I really try to be different every other day when I try to do content. So it's a lot. I love you. This is a long video, and I'm trying to make the outro short. But I genuinely thank y'all for watching and staying along with the series of how long this has been going. But y'all, man, I love y'all. And as I say in every damn video, man, soak in greatness and at least not in regret. And I'll see y'all, my big body brothers and sisters, in the next video. Or, as I would say, in the next arc. Peace, y'all.